Imagine this: the smell of coffee in the air, the hum of a car engine, and a radio crackling with a melody that instantly rewinds your brain to a time when everything felt simpler. For millions of us, those morning car rides to school weren't just about getting to class. They were a portal to a soundtrack of youth. And if you were alive in 1971, you probably remember those rides like they were yesterday. But here's the thing: these songs weren't just background noise. They were cultural fingerprints, etched into our collective memory through a mix of raw emotion, catchy hooks, and a little bit of rebellion. What makes this really interesting is how these 4 tracks from 1971 still hold power over us decades later, even if we didn't realize it at the time. Let's start with Janis Joplin's Me and Bobby McGee. Now, I'm not going to pretend I know what it's like to be a 70s kid hearing this for the first time, but I can tell you this: Joplin's voice wasn't just a sound, it was a force of nature. The way she wailed those lyrics, with that gravelly, unapologetic energy, felt like a rebellion against the polished pop of the era. And yet, here's the twist: she died before this song even came out. That adds a layer of tragedy to the track, doesn't it? It's like the universe gave us a masterpiece, and then took the artist before the world could fully appreciate her. In my opinion, that's why this song still haunts us. It's not just a song, it's a ghost of a voice that refused to be silenced. Then there's Three Dog Night's Joy to the World. I'll admit, the first time I heard Jeremiah was a bullfrog, I laughed. But here's what I didn't realize: that line isn't just a random joke. It's a callback to a 19th century nursery rhyme, which is wild because the song itself is a soulful, high-energy rock anthem. What does that say about the 70s? That people could take something absurd and turn it into a chart-topping hit. It's like the era had this weird ability to blend the ridiculous with the profound. And honestly, that's what makes the 70s so fascinating. They didn't care about being serious all the time. They leaned into the chaos, and that's why these songs still feel fresh today. Now, let's talk about the Bee Gees. Yeah, I know, they are the guys who later became disco kings, but in 1971, they were still finding their footing. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart is a perfect example of their evolution. It's not the flashy, synth-heavy stuff we associate with them later. This is raw, heartfelt country pop. And here's the kicker: it was their first #1 in the US. What does that tell you? That the Bee Gees were already masters of emotional storytelling, even before they became synonymous with dance floors. I find it fascinating how a song about heartbreak could be so universally relatable, yet still feel like a personal confession. It's like the Bee Gees were saying, "Hey, we get it, life hurts, and we're here to help you feel it." And finally, there's John Denver's Take Me Home, Country Roads. I'm not from West Virginia, but this song has always felt like a love letter to a place I've never been. That's the magic of music, isn't it? It can transport you to a landscape, a memory, or even an emotion you didn't know you had. This track wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural touchstone. It's the kind of song that makes you want to drive down a winding road, windows down, with no destination in mind. What's wild is that it was released in 1971, but it still feels like it belongs to the present. It's proof that some songs are timeless, not because they are perfect, but because they tap into something universal: the longing for home, the beauty of the unknown, and the power of a melody to make you feel like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. If you take a step back and think about it, these 4 songs aren't just relics of the past. They are mirrors reflecting the soul of an era that was both chaotic and creative. The 70s were a time when music wasn't just entertainment, it was a way to process the world. Whether it was Joplin's raw defiance, Three Dog Night's playful absurdity, the Bee Gees' emotional depth, or Denver's poetic nostalgia, these tracks gave people something to hold on to. And that's why, even today, they still have the power to stop us in our tracks, transport us back to a simpler time, and remind us that some songs are more than just music, they are memories made sound.